I'm really having a hard time understanding why people are always complaining about things they don't have, privileges they don't possess, when they can work with what they already have. This is something that I will never get, I think. Like, the people that reacted to the Slim Kim video about her claiming that she's proud to be skinny, which is fair, to be honest. Like, to me, there's no problem about that. I'm skinny myself and I'm proud to be skinny, and you know, why should it be a problem saying that you're proud to be skinny if there are some people on the internet that say that they're proud to be fat? Last time I checked, body positivity was about basically being proud to be any body shape. So why are we making this a big problem? But anyway, so the people that responded to the Slim Kim video were all, okay, majority of them were Black women who were basically overweight, saying that she was racist, she was fatphobic, she was this and that. And I'm like, I'm sure those same women are the ones you see everywhere in real life and on social media talking about racism and discrimination and this. Like, how people perceive you is something you cannot change. You can try to make them think something by acting like that, but at the end of the day, something you cannot control is what people think. So the only thing you can do is react accordingly and try to portray the best version of yourself. And you cannot control what people will think about it, but something you can definitely control is what you eat and your weight. So I'm trying to understand here, people who insulted Slim Kim about her video, like, are you aware of the fact that the way she's proud to be skinny, you can be that person too? Like, you can be her, but you made very bad decisions in your life and it was a choice. You decided to eat all that food. Okay, nobody forced you. Now, the reasons why you decided to make those decisions is another thing. Maybe you were depressed, problems, etc. Like, understand that. But at the end of the day, it was a choice. So why do people feel comfortable insulting somebody who's skinny, saying that they're confident, but everybody is praising a fat person who says I'm confident? Like, do you see the hypocrisy here? Like, honestly, all these movements are just businesses. Like, it's all a crap. Like, i'm i'm, I'm so shocked of why people still follow these movements. It's just like the hypocrisy, it's too much. And they're really convinced that the videos they've made to respond to her are legit, like are actually logical and rational. No, they're not. Because if you're insecure, and by the way, saying that you're proud to be skinny doesn't mean that you hate fat people. It just means that you care enough about your health to not be to a point where you're not even able to discipline yourself and to control the amount of calories you eat. Because I'm sorry, for me, if you're fat, it just means that you don't control your urges. You just basically don't have discipline. For me, my health is the biggest thing. So, like, if I'm overweight, I will be very concerned. And the last thing I will be saying everywhere is that I'm confident. Because no, I'm not confident. Like, I want to lose weight because I will try to reduce to the minimum the diseases I can attract from being obese. But when you say that, people feel offended. People feel like, oh my god, how dare you? Like, if you want to be overweight, that's cool, that's your choice. I cannot do anything about that. And your body, your choice. But something you're not gonna do is make me believe or make me feel like I'm a bad person or I'm a hateful person because I say that I'm proud to be skinny. Like, how dare you tell me that? I find it super, like, disturbing how people feel confident categorizing other people of being, like, calling somebody racist or fatphobic. Like, it's a huge thing, especially on social media. Like, why are people so like, people have too much confidence to calling people anyhow. Like, the cancel culture for me is going too far. Like, let's stop, because just because you're not just because you don't agree with what I say doesn't mean that I am a hateful person. It just means that we are on different places. Like, that's crazy. It sounds like just because I people think that being fat is okay, I'm not gonna call them people who hate skinny people. Like, that's crazy to me. But anyway, and once again, those women for me are just jealous, to be honest, at the end of the day. And Slimkin was also talking about how being skinny gives you opportunity when it comes to, other communities, because it's just a sign of discipline and that you are healthy. And by the way, being skinny doesn't mean that you are anorexic, because the body positivity people like to think, so being anorexic is okay. No, being anorexic is as bad as being fat. I'm talking about fit people, people who are skinny, who are fit, okay? So for me, those women were just jealous of her because she's a pretty woman, she's a black woman. She doesn't represent the amount of women who are obese, okay? She actually cares about her image, her appearance, and she's pretty much aware of the fact that there are certain rules in this society, and if you decide to not play by those, it's fine, but don't talk bad about the people that actually try to, make it in life. So use your talents, use what you have. I'm a firm believer that instead of blaming other people for everything, just work on yourself and you will improve. So if you have pretty privilege, use it. If you have skinny privilege, use it. If you have white privilege, use it. Whatever. Black privilege, use it. Use whatever you have. And I'm sure that if those women, obese women, were skinny, I'm sure they will have the same mindset, like the same thing. It's just that if you cannot obtain something, what's the easiest thing to do is to talk bad. Oh, it's bad anyway. Like, it's just like when men try to hit on you and you say no, and they're like, oh my god, you were ugly anyway. It's just the same mindset when you actually think about it. So for me, it's just funny. Like, the whole situation was funny. And as I said before, this is something that I always think about, and I try to apply it everywhere in my life. Use what you have. Why are you wasting your time complaining about things you cannot have, especially when it's based on other people's feelings? I cannot change the way people view me. I cannot change that. I cannot enter into their mind, but what I can do is try to be the best version of myself. The way I carry myself, the way I talk, the way I move, the way I dress is something within my control. So I always try to I always try to make a good impression because it's in my control. But somehow people want to behave anyhow, behave like crazy, being aggressive, being loud, being whatever, and they expect people to respect them. No. Like, why? You're basically behaving like a savage. Like, why would I have a different image of you if you actually fit into what I think you are, if that makes sense? Like, it's too much contradiction for me. So honestly, I have a lot of controversial takes, and I don't know if I will actually talk about them. I have thoughts on politics, on many things, but I don't know, because I'm pretty much conscious that nowadays when you say certain things, people cancel you. And I take this YouTube channel as like a personal diary or something like that. And for me, there's a time and place to talk. Like, sometimes people don't want to hear talk. Just your presence is enough, especially as a woman. Like, your body sometimes and your image is enough. You don't have to open your mouth, but sometimes you have to speak up and to share your opinions. So my YouTube channel is just like something personal, and if you agree with me, good. If you don't agree, you can definitely comment, but I do believe in respect. I don't believe in insulting people just because they don't agree with me. And that's pretty much it.